in Game 1. Now, reportedly, quote, significant doubt he's going to be able to play in Game 2 tomorrow night against the Lakers. With the news, the Lakers have jumped from a 1.5-point underdog to a 1-point favorite, according to Fox Bet Sportsbook. Shannon, you've been kind of hesitant about the Lakers. I still think maybe you're reverse jinxing. Do you think they're about to go 2-0 heading home to L.A.?
I do, especially if Ja can't play or if the injury is as bad as he's leading on. Because, Skip, you got to shoot the ball. He's not like LeBron. LeBron does everything with his left hand except shoot a basketball.
That is true.
So if need be, he can play left-handed somewhat. But that's not what Ja. Ja is not. He's not a naturally lefty that plays righty. So it would definitely hinder him being able to handle the ball. And so, yeah, I'm going to make him put the ball in his right hand. I'm going to try to make him do everything with that right hand. And it's not like he's Steph Curry shooting the basketball anyway.
No.
So any subtleties that might impact his shooting greatly, because he's probably a 45, 46% shooter from the floor.
Yeah.
So now he has an injury to the right wrist. That decreases. That doesn't help. Now maybe you say, well, just his presence brings something to the table. But at this juncture of the game, there ain't no more Willis Reed. He come out there with a torn quad, play a couple of minutes, run up and down, drag that leg up and down the court. I think he had 4 points, and it wheeled the Knicks to the win against the Lakers. That ain't happening. You got to be able to contribute now. They're gonna make you contribute. So yeah, if Ja doesn't play, or as they said, he's significantly hampered, yeah, I think the Lakers go up. And say, well, you think Rue is gonna play like that? You think LeBron's gonna play like he played?
Well, I hope not.
And so Austin Reeves, this shouldn't surprise you about Austin Reeves, because over the last 6 weeks, Austin Reeves has been a showstopper.
He has.
AD has been dominant against this Memphis team. Skip, he was averaging 29 and 20. So he got, 22 and 15, 22 and 12.
Yeah.
So he's been dominant. The question you say was, Rugo play like that? How many more games is Triple J going to give you a 31? That's way above his average.
Way.
So, yes, I do. And they don't play defense the same way without Clark, without Steven Adams. Now Ja might be out. And, hey, the Lakers had a great game plan. Just come, because we know Triple J, Defensive Player of the Year. Many people thought that. I think it's deserving. He's coming. Just replace whoever he's guarding. When he goes to block the shot, just replace, because there's a good chance you're going to be able to get the rebound or you'll get the drop-off. Mm-hmm. And so the Lakers did a great job of that. Anthony Davis did a great job of protecting the paint with 7 blocks. Yes, Skip, I can see the Lakers going up, because I heard with Darvin Ham, I was watching Sports Spectrum, and he was talking about, look, we didn't come here to get one game. Let's be greedy.
Yeah. Stay
focused. Let's get 2.
Okay.
We're here, we might as well. We got to stay here an extra day. We might as well go and get 2 games.
Okay, so you are saying no Ja, no chance for the home team.
Oh, there's a chance. I'm sure they'll rally around. But they're not the same, because, Skip, they're not the same team. You remember last year, they were like 20-5 in games that Ja didn't play.
Yep.
This year, they were 11-10 in games he didn't play. But a lot of that has to do with there's no Steven Adams there also. Agreed. There's no Brandon Clark there also. So now those guys are out, and plus Ja's out. It greatly increases decreases their chance of winning and increases the Laker probability of winning.
Okay. For once, when it comes to your Lakers, I'm seeing it upside down from you. If Ja cannot go tomorrow night at home in Memphis, I believe Memphis will win the game.
Oh, no. Look, won't let that happen.
I'm not sure Tyus Jones will let the Lakers win, because Tyus Jones has quietly been really, really good for this team. He first really caught my eye out here in a game that was maybe 6 weeks ago. You might or might not remember. It was on a Sunday night. It was against the Clippers at the Crypt. Mm-hmm. And I got the game on. It's Westbrook had just joined. And I'm watching, and all of a sudden in the third quarter, Tyus Jones goes off. He scores 20 points in the third. He made all 7 of his shots, including 4 of 4 from 3. He made a couple of free throws, 2 out of 2. Mm-hmm. That totaled 20 points. He had 25 total for the game. Clippers, who were full strength with Kawhi, PG, and Russ, came back and nipped him at the wire. Mm-hmm. But that night I said, this Tyus Jones is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I start looking at his body of work just this year. he had 9 20-plus point games.
Mm-hmm.
9 times he scored over 20. The most was 28 in a win they had at home against Miami. 9 times he's had 10-plus assists in a game. So 9 times
Right.
this year, but more important, since March 1st, just since March 1st, because Ja was gone for a while,
Right.
if you remember, suspension or hiatus or
Right.
whatever it was. Since March 1st, he had 6 double-digit assist games. This is just since March 1st. Here are his games: 14, 12, 12, 11, 10, and 10 assists in games just since the 1st of March. He is really good.
Yes.
He is really capable of going 20 and 10 or 28 and 14. He is the best backup point guard I see in the league. Maybe you can find one better, but I don't know one better because he fits in with what they
Correct.
do.
Yeah.
They like him, they know him, they vibe off him. I think they will rise up with him and play lights out. Everybody will play a little bit over his head, thanks to Tyus Jones. In fact, there are nights I watch them with Tyus, and I like them a little better with Tyus than I do with Ja, because Ja is far more spectacular, far more unstoppable, especially high flying above the rim.
Right.
But Ja shot 30% from 3 this year. He reverted back
Right.
to 2 years ago when he shot 30. Then he went up to 34 and won most improved, and now he's back to 30. Well, Tyus Jones shoots 37% from 3, and that's a huge uptick
Right.
for your point guard.
But Skip, but what are they going to do defensively? That's not what Ja does.
No.
They still couldn't stop Kobe or the Ozarks. He went 5 of 5 in the fourth
I
quarter.
thought you meant Kobe, and then
No,
the Ozarks. You got to add of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Yes.
He reads what the first Lakers since Kobe and Shaq in 2000, Skip. 02 Kobe and Shaq in 2000 to go 5 of 5 or better in the fourth quarter. Didn't miss a shot. Now, he had just hit a 3 that put them up, I think 7, and then Memphis come back to make it a 1-point game,
Yeah.
and then the Lakers take off from there.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't believe, and I agree with you saying. Tyus Jones is a very good backup. He probably should have got more consideration for 6th man of the year
should have.
also.
I agree.
Considering the value that he brings to the team. But I just don't see without Ja, because Ja is the energy for that team.
I understand. Okay, so you said they're 11-10 this year without Ja, which isn't what they were a year ago. If you look at the bigger picture, since the 2019-2020 season, without Ja, they're 38-26. So actually, that winning percentage is .594. It's actually a little better than the .563 they were with Ja over the last, 3 years. So .563 winning percentage with Ja, .594 without Ja.
Right.
Well, that's mostly because of Tyus Jones.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But Skip, you also, when Ja wasn't there, Big Adams was.
No, he was.
Brandon
I
Clark
don't
was.
doubt it.
So
They're
now
huge losses.
Yeah. So Skip, you're going to be without 2 starters and a top backup.
Yeah. No, I agree, because Tillman and Jaren Jackson, they just have a hard time with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
They're not big and physical enough to deal with it.
No.
Okay, I got it. So should you win the game? Well, sure you should. And you've seen what the point spread is doing, because the odds makers doubt that Ja is going to play. So all of a sudden, they were a 3.5-point favorite for game 1. Now you're a point favorite for game 2. So we got a 4.5-point swing.
Go. Go due for a game.
Okay, well, he is due,
He due for a game.
because we've had 2 shaky ones from him.
What you mean 2 shaky game? You remember the last game he played against Minnesota?
Do I?
Yeah.
Boy, he was shaking
How
in the
you?
fourth quarter.
I've never seen a man get critiqued more for a 30 for a double, a 30, 10, and 6 game. I ain't never seen a man get so critiqued so hard and a win.
I've never seen so many turnovers. LeBron should open up a bake shop.
There you go.
Right? Well, am
There
I
you
right?
go.
He could.
Hey, but
Just
what about
open
that?
one up downtown?
What about that 3?
Well, he finally made one. He
Freeze.
finally made one.
Hey, we
Yeah,
finally made one. And you remember Utah? Snuffed out Utah.
he did with 8 out of 14.
Okay, then.
Worst thing that could have happened.
And down the stretch against Memphis, that 3 ball was contagious.
Okay, so I like the Lakers to win this series. I have from the start. I like them to get to the Western Finals. I do not like them. If Ja does not play, I like Memphis in game 2.
Can we get a do on it?
Yep.
Yep. See, that foolish. See that your foolish fries. See, I get it back just like that.
Okay.
Just like that.
I got a case on Memphis tomorrow night at home.
Okay.
All right, deal.
Saw him coming.
All right. You say that.
I saw it
Skip,
coming.
Every time I
if
see you
Ja-
coming, I win.
I see you.
Skip, only if Ja doesn't play or
Yes.
regardless?
If Ja does not play. If Ja plays, Lakers
All right.
win.
Wow.
Because he's hurt. And he'll try to, if he goes out there and tries to suck it up, it won't work.
Okay.
For every reason you just made.
Jen, I had me I had me a sucker bet. You said, hey, you had the Lakers to lose on Wednesday, and then Jen had to add that caveat.
Okay, but I don't think he's going to play. If Woj says it's significant doubt, well then, and the odds makers are screaming he's not going to play.
He might be sandbagging.
Okay, he might be. He might be. But
What?
right now, I'll take Tyus Jones tomorrow night.
But Gold ain't worried about it.
Huh?
He in the
I'm sure
hyperbaric
he's
chamber
not.
right now.
Okay.
Resting.
Well, I hope he's shooting free throws.
No, he ain't shooting no free throws. We need rest.
Okay.
All eyes
Well, you got
on
it.
that
You got
injury
another big
report,
break here.
guys.
Got another day off, too.
We'll know a little more when we get the latest update from the Grizzlies. By the way, they have never come back in a playoff series after they fell behind by 2-0. So this is certainly a pivotal game for them. Okay, speaking of pivotal games, guys, so much to unpack with these playoffs. Let's talk Suns and Kevin Durant. What do they need to do to even up this series with the Clippers? Skip and Shannon weigh in. Up next on Undisputed.